Hello folks, still me, FX Trade. Welcome you all back to my channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys about supply and demand. Supply and demand is one of the potential aspects of trading price action. Supply and demand will help you know when to buy or sell. In this video, you guys will be learning how to trade supply and demand like a pro trader. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, please don't fail to subscribe so that you won't miss my next coming mentorship video. And after watching my videos, you find it valuable, please don't fail to like them. Thank you. So what exactly is supply and demand? Supply and demand is what essentially drives all the markets. Yeah, when the demand is greater than supply, price rise, and when supply is greater than demand, price falls. On a price chart, supply is interpreted as oversold, means supply running out and demand coming in. And on a price chart, demand is also interpreted as overbought, means demand running out and supply coming in. Your task as a supply and demand trader is to find zones where price will oversold to buy it and overbought to sell it. And to do that, you need to combine supply and demand with market structure. Yeah, so if this my first video you are watching, I suggest you move back to my first video about market structure. Because you can't trade supply and demand without understanding market structure. Both concepts works hand to hand. You need to know about structure before you can be able to trade supply and demand. So let's move on. We have two specific ways creating supply and demand zones. The first one is the range and the second one is the pivot. So what is a range? A range on a price chart is a sideways correction or consolidation. As you can see here, this is a range supply. Price is consolidating here, then boom, breaking out of this structure, and here is another range of supply. Price consolidated, then boom, broke out of that range. Ranges can be found in all time frames, and sometimes you need to look up the time frame in order to see you are actually in a range. When price is ranging, it means the big players, which are the banks, are starting to stacking orders. So after accumulating much orders, the next thing you will see is a large move. Is either upside or downside depending on the direction of the markets. But here in a range supply, as you can see here, price was consolidating, orders was built here, then boom, price broke out of that range with a momentum. And also another example here, in a range demand, price was consolidating, when boom, broke out of that range with a momentum. We are not trading the initial reaction or move out of that range. We are looking to catch the retracement of that range if it's truly a supply and demand zone. So after that break of that range, we are not buying immediately. We'll wait for the retracement or pullback before we can now enter our trade. Same thing goes to the range supply. After the breakout of that range with that momentum, we wait for the retest, then we will now enter the trade, trading along the big players. So let's move, and again, here is another example of range supply, another example of range demand. So let's move over to pivots. Pivot demand is when you see a short move towards the downside followed by a rapid expansion that would create a pivot demand. So as you can see here, we had the short move, which is a short sell here before a rapid expansion towards the upside. This here is a pivot demand, and here again we have a short move downside followed by a rapid move upside. We are not trading the initial rapid move upside. We'll wait for the retracement, we'll enter. Same thing here, we wait for the retracement, we enter here. And what is pivot supply? Pivot supply is same thing, vice versa with pivot demand. Pivot supply is when we see a short move towards the upside followed by a rapid expansion, and that would create a pivot supply. Just like we have here, we have a short buy here before a rapid expansion towards this downside. We are not trading that expansion or that break immediately. We'll wait for a retest, then sell. This is another example of pivot supply. A short move up towards the upside followed by a rapid expansion towards the downside. We'll wait for the retest, then boom, we sell. So this the textbook example of supply and demand. So let's move over to live chart and see what supply and demand looks like. So guys, here is an example of a demand in a live chart, what it looks like. As you can see here, price broke this high, price broke this high here. After that break, you wait for the retracement to the demand zone, then you buy. That's why I said, if this is your first time, this is the first video you are watching in my channel, I suggest you move back and watch the video about structure. You need to understand structure before you can be able to trade supply and demand. So that is it. And again, here we have another break of structure here. You wait for the retracement, price retraced to the demand, then boom, you buy. And again, we have another break of structure here. You wait for the retracement. As you can see, here is the demand zone. Here is the demand zone. Let me show you guys how to mark it. This one here is a pivot demand. Same goes here. This one also is a pivot demand. Same thing here is a pivot demand. So this how to mark and trade supply and demand like a pro trader. If you want, you can include the base, but I prefer marking only the candle, the last sell before that buy. So let's move to example of supply. So guys, here is example of a live chart example of a supply zone. As you can see here, price broke this structure, broke the structure. You can see the momentum, how strong this candle is. Broke the structure, and here is the last place price bought before breaking out of this structure, and this is a pivot supply. So you are not trading immediately price broke that structure. What you will do is wait for a retest, retracement, or pullback. I know you should call it. You see price retrace, respect that pivot supply, then boom, breaking another structure here. Broke another structure here, then made a retracement to the supply and continued the direction of the market. This is also a pivot supply. As you can see, a short rapid move upside toward the upside before an expansion towards the downside, breaking this structure. Price now made the retracement, then boom, continued the direction. So guys, just move over to your charts and practice. And again, remember, you need to master structure. So you need to know how to read structure, market structure, before you can be able to trade supply and demand. If you really want to improve your trading, you need to master supply and demand with structure. These two strategies will help, will increase your profitability in trading. So guys, this will be the end of this video about supply and demand. So if you found this video valuable, please don't fail to like and share to your friends, to someone that you know that needs this video, and also subscribe. Thank you. Wish you all good luck and good trading. Bless.